Monday, May 8th, and this is your coffee break on the HAN Network. I'm Kate Czaplinski with the latest local news, including a town's tight budget, meaning cuts for the annual July 4th fireworks display, and a large donation made to cancer research in memory of a New Canaan boy. Frank Granito will have a look at your forecast, a Nutmeg Sports update, and the winners of last week's Athlete of the Week poll later on. But first, a 22-year-old Bridgeport man was arrested late Friday night after crashing his vehicle on Old Town Road and fleeing on foot into Bridgeport. 22-year-old Latrell Epps of Sylvan Avenue was located by officers on Lakeside Drive and attempted to escape. Epps indicated that he had a gun and he threatened to shoot the officers, but was wrestled to the ground when he started to charge at them. The .40 caliber handgun was later recovered in a nearby garbage can by a resident on Lakeside Drive. Now, Epps had been operating a 2016 Hyundai Accent on Old Town Road and collided with two parked cars near the intersection of Frenchtown Road. Witnesses reported that two other occupants had fled from the vehicle with Epps, but they were not found. The handgun was recovered. A .40 caliber Bursa Thunder was found to have a serial number that was filed off and was loaded with a high-capacity magazine. Epps was charged with criminal possession of a firearm and a high-capacity magazine, as well as carrying a weapon without a permit and while under the influence. He was also charged with altering the identification number on a gun, threatening and interfering with an officer. Additional motor vehicle charges included reckless operation and evading responsibility for leaving the scene of those vehicle crashes. And in other news, police in New Haven say a woman was discovered strangled to death in her home. Police said on Friday an autopsy determined that 52-year-old Sherry Ann Ruffin died of compression to the neck. Her death has been ruled a homicide. Ruffin's body was found just after noon on Thursday, and she was pronounced dead at the scene. Authorities are investigating. Police say they have not identified a suspect in that case. And Shelton police arrested a Shelton man for allegedly making a sale of cocaine at the Riverwalk. On Thursday, May 4th, downtown police surveillance witnessed and subsequently arrested 20-year-old Matthew Samatowski of Richard Boulevard in Shelton for allegedly making a hand-to-hand drug transaction while on Canal Street. Samatowski was observed by undercover detectives who then stopped and arrested him. He was allegedly found to be in possession of cocaine and was charged with illegal possession of narcotics and given a court date of May 14th. Shelton undercover detectives say they will continue to monitor the downtown area for illegal activity, and patrol units will continue to make a presence in the area. And Darien Chief of Police Ray Osborne issued a statement on Monday asking Darien residents to take the time to lock their cars and secure their belongings wherever they park. A $1,300 MacBook computer was reported stolen from a vehicle outside of a Deepwood Road residence on April 30th, the latest in a long list of Darien car burglaries this year. The resident said he had parked his vehicle in the driveway just before 11 p.m. About 20 minutes later, he heard his dogs bark and looked outside to see the interior light of his car was on. A backpack containing the computer was missing from inside. Another resident told police his car had been rifled through while parked on Chestnut Street. He left that vehicle at about 7 at night on April 29th, and when he returned at 8:30 p.m. the next day, he saw signs of tampering. He told police he found two bicycles and a small flashlight left near the property, and a neighbor reported seeing the same bikes and a small light at about 3:30 in the morning on April 30th. There's more on that story at DarienTimes.com. And in other Darien news, a local man facing multiple charges of larceny surrendered himself to police on April 26th. According to police, 19-year-old Luis Sanchez of Allen O'Neill Drive had 4 active warrants for failure to appear in court. 3 of the charges were booked in Darien during 2016, including larceny in the 4th degree, in the 5th degree, and disorderly conduct. Sanchez had a warrant stemming from a 2016 arrest in Stamford in which he was accused of driving a motor vehicle without permission and then evading responsibility. He was held on an $18,500 bond by police and was transported to court later that day. And in other news, angry at the pace of action, advocates for revising Ridgefield school start times, beginning the high school day roughly an hour later than its current 7:25 start, vented their frustration to the Board of Education last week. The possibility that a subcommittee may not have a report and a recommendation on school start times ready for the May 22nd board meeting as previously planned troubled parents who spoke about start times on April 24th. Currently, the high school day goes from 7:25 in the morning to 2:15, and some bus routes for the school start at 6:30 in the morning, according to School Board Chairman Francis Walton. Now, the two middle schools in Ridgefield go from 8 to 2:50 in the afternoon, and Branchville, Ridgeberry, and Scotland elementary schools go from 8:35 to 3:25. The town's other elementary schools, Veterans Park, Farmingville, and Barlow Mountain, go from 9:10 to 4 p.m. But there's a lot more on that story and that debate at theridgefieldpress.com. And Aquarian Water Company announced it will begin removal of a temporary Merritt Parkway water pipeline that was installed to move water from the Bridgeport area to Stamford during the drought. Now, that pipe runs from New Canaan to Stamford and scheduled to begin tomorrow, May 9th. The removal project is expected to be completed in about 4 weeks. Streets that will be affected include in New Canaan, Jelliff Mill Road, and in Stamford, Davenport Ridge Lane, Davenport Ridge Road, and Lakeside Drive. Now, due to the removal project, residents should expect traffic delays and possible detours between 7 in the morning to 4 in the afternoon. Two-way traffic will be maintained during school bus hours in the morning and the afternoon. More on that story at ncadvertiser.com. And budget constraints in a tight budget year means the annual 4th of July fireworks show at Wilton High School will have to be a lower budget affair, lower by about $12,000 from its usual $35,000 cost. That, according to Steve Pierce, Director of Parks and Recreation in Wilton. That probably means getting rid of the expensive staging and the live bands and hiring a DJ to provide the music. Pierce made it clear, though, that the fireworks display itself will remain intact and not be cut back on from previous years. You can get more on that story at wiltonbulletin.com. Let's switch gears, throw it over to Frank Granito for a look at the forecast. Frank.
Thank you, Kate. And it's looking like all that rain from the weekend we are finally done with, at least for the next couple of days, with plenty of sunshine heading our way this week. Still a little cooler out for this time of year as there are strong winds continuing early on, 20 to 25 miles per hour today, with partly sunny skies and a high of 58. Heavier cloud cover later this afternoon, and there is a chance for a passing shower in parts of the county, but we should see mostly clear skies overnight and a low of 41 before Tuesday morning. Mostly cloudy tomorrow, cooler out again with temperatures in the mid to high 50s. Not as windy out, gusts only reaching 10 miles per hour during the day and less than 5 miles per hour overnight. Partly cloudy again tomorrow night and not as chilly compared to Monday, though. Temperatures are up into the high 40s with a low of 48. Conditions will start to warm up on Wednesday. Temperatures are back into the mid-60s. Mostly sunny skies through the first half of the day. There's heavier cloud cover expected later in the afternoon and the early evening, as possibly a passing shower to go along with it. But we should see clearing up overnight, a low of 48 as we head for the back half of the week. That's going to do it for this weather update. Let's go back over to Kate.
All right, thanks so much, Frank. Well, we're going to step out for a break, and when we come back, Frank has your Nutmeg Sports Update, and we have more local news coming up after this.
Want a new experience in car buying? Scap Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram with one of the largest inventories of new 2- and 4-door Wranglers. We are Connecticut's Wrangler headquarters. Come visit our new Ram Truck Center. Browse our websites, scapchryslerjeep.com or scapdodge.net to find the new Jeep, Chrysler Dodge car, minivan, or Ram truck you've been looking for. Just 2 miles from both I-95 or the Merritt Parkway exit 44. Save thousands right now during the Drive and Discover event. Now through May 31st.
Have a sports injury or a slip and fall that needs immediate care? Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care gives you direct access to an orthopedic specialist fast, without an appointment. Biking, golf, tennis, soccer, whatever the sports injury is, sprain or fracture, Coastal Ortho Express can help. Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care open Monday through Saturday, now at 3 locations: 131 Kings Highway North in Westport, the iPark building at 761 Main Avenue, Norwalk, and 36 Old Kings Highway South in Darien. Or go to coastalorthoexpress.com, like them on Facebook.
Wild Birds Unlimited.
At Wild Birds Unlimited of Brookfield, get expert advice from our certified bird feeding specialists. We offer always fresh, clean seed that will be sure to attract birds to your home feeder. Experience our excellent customer service. Open 7 days a week. Visit us at 317 Federal Road, Brookfield.
Wild Birds Unlimited. We bring people and nature together.
You don't have to go far for authentic Neapolitan cuisine and renowned wood fire pizza. Pizzeria Loretano of Bethel is a contemporary Italian bistro, specializing in authentic wood-fired brick oven pizza Napolitana. Pizzeria Loretano was named one of America's top 1,000 Italian restaurants in 2008 by Zagat, and recommended by Jane and Michael Stern on National Public Radio's Splendid Table. Located close to the Bethel Cinema, we focus on quality, and our food is always made to order. Join us for live jazz Sundays from 6 to 8. Find our schedule, menu, and more at pizzerialoretano.com and like us on Facebook.
At Worcester School, we believe summer is a time for kids to be kids. We provide the safe and nurturing environment for them to find activities that match their interests and allow them to create lasting friendships. Summer at Worcester offers 7 weekly sessions at our Danbury campus from Monday, June 26th through Friday, August 11th for pre-K to grade 8. Find out more about our extended hours, new optional lunch program, and a new low price at summer@worcester.org or 203-830-3921. Summer at Worcester, experience the difference. Family and Children's Aid has been serving the community since 1809 and is now the largest outpatient children's mental health care provider in Western Connecticut. Our innovative services include providing shelter to homeless moms and children, substance abuse intervention, mental health counseling, and foster and adoptive services, among others. Our goal is to provide individuals and families a safe haven and hope for a brighter future. Find out more about us at fcaweb.org and call our Danbury campus at 203-748-5689. A Better View Window Cleaning Plus has been cleaning glass all over Connecticut for over 20 years. They also specialize in cleaning chandeliers, mirrors, skylights, tiles, and will power wash anything that needs cleaning. They hold an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and are fully insured and bonded. When you deal with the Better View, you're dealing with the best, not the rest. Call today for a free estimate, 203-284-8836, or visit them online, abetterviewcleaning.com. Welcome back to this Monday edition of your Coffee Break on the HAN Network. I'm Kate Czaplinski, and it's time to get a Nutmeg Sports update with our own Frank Granito. Frank.
Thank you, Kate. And looking at some of the scores from around the FCAC this weekend, in girls lacrosse, New Canaan rolled past Trumbull 22-9. Ward a big winner, 15-3 over West Hill. Norwalk 13-12, taking down Danbury. Staples, a huge win in overtime, 11-10 over Ludlow. The Wreckers keeping themselves in playoff contention. Boys lacrosse, the top 2 teams in the conference, continue to roll. Darien 10-3 over Ridgefield, and New Canaan, a huge win out of conference against a top 15 school in the nation. They beat St. Anthony's 8-6. In baseball, Norwalk shutout rival Brian McMahon 6-0 behind a brilliant pitching performance by Isaac Keene. In softball, Melissa Bike belted 2 home runs, including a 2-run walk-off shot in the bottom of the 7th as the Cadets topped Ridgefield 7-6 on Saturday afternoon. Boys volleyball, Darien pushed their win streak to 14 games as the Blue Wave remained undefeated on the season. 3-0 they took down the Greenwich Cardinals. And finally, a special congratulations to New Canaan's Olivia Homp of Princeton, who helped lead the Tigers to an Ivy League championship this past weekend. Homp set Ivy League tournament records for points, goals, and assists in the entire tournament with 18, 10, and 8 over the 2 games. She also set the single game record with 9 points in both games, 7 goals in the championship, and 6 goals in the semifinals. What a job by Olivia Homp. Congratulations and good luck in the NCAA tournament, which is coming up soon. That'll do it for this Nutmeg Sports update, but we're not done yet. We'll be back shortly with our Week 3 winners for Athlete of the Week in the spring season. Kate?
All right, thanks so much, Frank. Well, in other local news, the foundation established in memory of a New Canaan boy has made the largest single donation ever toward research into the type of tumor that claimed his life. The Mikey Czech Foundation, Inc., a nonprofit foundation established by Stephen J. and Jennifer L. Czech to finance medical research for pediatric brain tumors, announced on March 31st a $1 million gift to pediatric medical neuro-oncology at Harvard Dana-Farber, headed by Dr. Mark Kieran and located in Boston, Massachusetts. The gift is the largest ever single donor gift dedicated to diffuse intrinsic pontine glioma research in Dana-Farber's history. The proceeds of the gift are designed to further the research and development of remedies for diffuse intrinsic pontine glioma. It's a pediatric brain tumor, the type of tumor that claimed the life of James Michael Mikey Czech back in 2008 at just age 11. But you can get more on that story at ncadvertiser.com. And Massac High School will host a vigil for addiction awareness and a walk for hope on Monday, May 22nd at 6 at the Massac Track in Monroe. The event will be sponsored by the Alcohol and Drug Awareness of Monroe Community, Addiction and Recovery Education and Support, and Massac, with the goal of raising awareness and reducing the stigma of drug addiction. That vigil will include several speakers who will share their personal stories of the devastating effects of drug addiction on families and the community, as well as offer hope for those struggling with substance abuse. That 45-minute program will include a moment of silence following the reading of names of loved ones who have lost their lives due to addiction. To include a family member's name in remembrance, you can get more information at monroecourier.com. And the Stephen Mather Homestead in Darien has become a historic landmark. A ribbon-cutting and ceremony and reception was held at the homestead on Friday afternoon to mark the occasion that the homestead officially became a protected landmark that will soon be open to the public on a limited basis as a museum. Members of the family were on hand, including Stephen, Ann, and Jane McPherson, who grew up in the house under the care of their mother, Bertha McPherson. The McPhersons were the owners of the house until Friday afternoon. Also on hand were Darien First Selectman Jamie Stevenson, Superintendent of Schools Dan Brenner, and State Representative Terry Wood. Also present were Kristen Lessard from the National Park Service. Mather was the first director of the National Park Service. He used his wealth and political connections to take the national park idea in important new directions. But there's more on that story at DarienTimes.com. And the Southern rock band Blackberry Smoke will headline this year's annual Milford Oyster Festival, which is scheduled for Saturday, August 19th in downtown Milford. Blackberry Smoke is a Southern country rock band from Atlanta, Georgia. The lineup consists of Charlie Starr, lead vocals and guitar, Richard Turner on bass and vocals, as well as Britt Turner on drums, and Paul Jackson on guitar and vocals, and Brandon Still on keyboards. Now you can get a lot more on the upcoming Oyster Festival and lineup at milfordmirror.com. We're going to step out for a break, and when we come back, we're going to recap the top stories we're following today, as well as name our Athlete of the Week winners for last week after this.
At In Sports Trumbull, the game is always on inside. Sign-ups are now open for one of our most popular programs, the New England 80 Elite Lacrosse Division I and Division III Showcases. With D1 and D3 coaches in attendance, players will receive a 60-minute webinar with Director of Recruiting Hans Hansen, a custom NE80 penny, custom shorts, and a video of all games. Last year's event sold out quickly, so sign up now for the next showcase coming in January 2018. Like and follow us on Facebook.
When it comes to considering the outside of your home, just imagine the possibilities. Whether your dream is a stunning freeform pool or a tranquil, secluded garden, the team of professionals at Stonebridge Associates will make it a reality. We offer unparalleled landscape design and construction, masonry development, pools, spas, and water features, as well as landscape and garden maintenance. No other firm can offer the same level of creativity, quality, and personal attention. Discover the possibilities at stonebridgeassociates.net or call 203-544-8376 today.
At the Milford Bank, we offer an extensive selection of lending products and services to meet virtually any need. Submit your application online in our Mortgage Web Center. Start to finish, you can apply for a loan in as little as 10 minutes. Our knowledgeable and helpful staff are available to meet with you at your convenience. To learn more about what we can do for you, stop by one of our Milford Bank offices or visit us at milfordbank.com. The Milford Bank, always there. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
On time, done right, safe and reliable. Mr.
Let our satisfied customers tell it.
I have called Mr. Handyman for every reason, every occasion, every broken item, every leak. They have bailed me out on many occasions, and I would recommend them to anyone.
For any project, large or small.
MrHandymanCD.com.
Pizza to satisfy even the most demanding critics. Tuesday Pazza Pizza.
I'm Tracy Masella, a licensed clinical social worker at Silver Hill Hospital in New Canaan. Join me each month as we talk with experts on the front lines of the treatment of mental health and addiction. Straight Talk with Tracy, a Silver Hill Hospital production, airs at 12 p.m. on the second Thursday of each month here on the HAN network.
Welcome back to this Monday edition of your Coffee Break on the HAN network. I'm Kate Czaplinski, and we're going to throw it over to Frank Granito to hear who the winners of last week's Athlete of the Week poll are. Frank.
Well, thank you, Kate. And for week 3 of the spring season, it was an all-Trumbull week. Ben Farrow of the Trumbull baseball team and Ali Szabo of the Trumbull softball team were our winners, as Szabo shut down the New Canaan Rams, striking out 16 batters over 8 innings and winning the pitcher's duel with Jillian Kane 3-0 last Monday. Szabo allowed only 3 hits all game, all of them being singles, and walked 3 batters as well. Ben Farrow, well, he also had a great showing against New Canaan, going the distance and handing New Canaan their first loss on the season. It was an 8-1 win for the Trumbull Eagles. Farrow pitched all 7 innings, allowed only 1 run on 4 hits, and he struck out 8 batters himself for the win. So congratulations to Ben and Allie. Trumbull well represented in Athlete of the Week this past week. We will have our Week 4 nominees up for you later on this afternoon on Nutmeg Sports. 10 athletes are going to be up for them. You will decide who our winners are. Week 4 of the spring season. Athlete of the Week brought to you by Danbury Ortho Care, Ortho Express.
All right, congratulations to both of them. Well, in other local news, a 22-year-old Bridgeport man was arrested late Friday night after crashing his vehicle on Old Town Road and fleeing on foot into Bridgeport. 22-year-old Latrell Epps of Sylvan Avenue was located by officers on Lakeside Drive and attempted to escape. Epps indicated that he had a gun and he threatened to shoot the officers, but was wrestled to the ground when he started to charge at them. The .40 caliber handgun was later recovered in a nearby garbage can by a resident. Epps had been operating a 2016 Hyundai Accent on Old Town Road and collided with 2 parked cars near the intersection of French Town Road. Witnesses reported that 2 other occupants had fled from that vehicle with Epps, but they were not found. The handgun that was recovered, that .40 caliber Bersa Thunder, was found to have the serial number filed off and was loaded with a high-capacity magazine. Epps was charged with criminal possession of a firearm and a high-capacity magazine, as well as carrying a weapon without a permit and while under the influence. He was also charged with altering the identification number on a gun, threatening, and interfering with an officer. Additional motor vehicle charges included reckless operation and evading responsibility for leaving the scene of the vehicle crash. And police in New Haven say a woman was discovered strangled to death in her home. Police said Friday an autopsy determined that 52-year-old Sherry Ann Ruffin died of compression to the neck. Her death has been ruled a homicide. Ruffin's body was found just after noon on Thursday, and she was pronounced dead at the scene. Authorities are investigating, and police say they have not yet identified a suspect in that case. In other news, Shelton police arrested a Shelton man for allegedly making a sale of cocaine at the Riverwalk. On Thursday, May 4th, downtown police surveillance witnessed and subsequently arrested 20-year-old Matthew Samatoski of Richard Boulevard in Shelton for allegedly making a hand-to-hand drug transaction on Canal Street. Samatoski was observed by undercover detectives who then stopped and arrested him. Samatoski was allegedly found to be in possession of cocaine and was charged with illegal possession of narcotics and given a court date of May 14th. Shelton undercover detectives say they will continue to monitor the downtown area for illegal activity, and patrol units will continue to have a presence in that area. And Darien Chief of Police Ray Osborne issued a statement on Monday asking Darien residents to take the time to lock their cars and secure their belongings wherever they park. A $1,300 MacBook computer was stolen from a vehicle outside of a Deepwood Road residence back on April 30th, the latest in a long list of Darien car burglaries this year. The resident said he had parked his vehicle in the driveway just before 11 p.m. About 20 minutes later, he heard his dogs bark and looked outside to see the interior light of his car was on. A backpack containing that computer was missing from inside. Another resident told police his car had been rifled through while parked on Chestnut Street. He left that vehicle at about 7 at night on April 29th, and when he returned at 8:30 the next day, he saw signs of tampering. He told police he had found 2 bicycles and a small flashlight left near the property, and a neighbor reported seeing those same bikes and a small light at about 3:30 in the morning on April 30th. There's more on that story at DarienTimes.com. But let's take one final look at the forecast with Frank.
Thank you, Kate. And still a little cooler outside. We've got heavy winds between 20 to 25 miles per hour expected for most of the afternoon. Partly sunny skies and a high of 58 today. Heavier cloud cover moving in later on with a chance for a passing shower in parts of the county before we see clear skies overnight and a low of 41. Tomorrow is going to be mostly cloudy again, cooler as well. Temperatures in the mid to high 50s. Not as windy out, gusts no higher than 10 miles per hour. Partly cloudy tomorrow night, not as chilly with temperatures right around a low of 47, and conditions will start to warm up on Wednesday. A high of 64 is expected, mostly sunny skies for the first half of the day. There's some cloud cover moving in late in the afternoon, possibly a passing shower, but it will clear up again overnight, a low of 48, and we should see plenty more sunshine for the second half of this week as well. That'll do it for the weather. Let's go back over to Kate.
All right, thanks so much, Frank. We're going to wrap things up here, but Frank, at 4 p.m. we have softball.
Norwalk goes to Stanford. The top 4 teams of the conference should be a lot of fun.
All right, great. And we will see you tomorrow for your coffee break at 11. Have a